Welcome to Start 100K, where I'm helping people get to their first $100,000 of net worth. Today, I want to talk about the big pieces. And this is a conversation that's actually come up several times in the last few weeks, and I really wanted to talk a little bit more about it. But before we get started, just remember this content is for educational purposes. It's not individual advice. You are responsible for your own life, and make sure to consult a tax, legal, or financial professional before you make any decisions. And share, comment, and subscribe. Mainly comment. Give me your questions. Tell me what you want to know. If I don't have the answer, I'll find it. Honestly, I'll really look it up. I'll figure out what the answer is. So please let me know what your questions are. So, all right, let's get started. So, to me, kind of the big pieces, right? So, if we had, three big circles, it's really going to be your savings, your spending, and your earning. Now, there's a whole lot of stuff that people get caught up in that distract us from these things. And some of that is, what am I going to earn? Okay, that's neat. It doesn't matter. Even if you earned 100% on your investment, if you spend 200%, you're still going to end up in a worse position. If you have a smaller interest rate, but yet you have a high savings rate of 50 to 75% of what you earn, in all honesty, it doesn't really matter how much you get in return because you're going to be fine. And, this is the one that people kind of focus on and point fingers at. If you earn a large salary, then maybe neither one of these matter as much. But here's the thing. People zero in on this and tend to point fingers at people that earn a lot. Well, I'll tell you, they either A, took a risk in earning that money, or they have built up their ability to earn over time and now are earning a lot of money. You can argue and point and say, oh, well, they did this, that, or the other, and they were set up for success, they were born with a silver spoon, all that. But honestly, who does that help? It doesn't help anybody. It really doesn't help anybody at all. It only makes you sound bitter. So even a perfect example of this, normally you might notice I'm using a smaller marker than I normally do. I don't have my big marker. I couldn't find it. So I was like, you know what? This is ridiculous. This is literally what I'm talking about for this video is don't worry about the small stuff. Does it really matter what size of marker I'm using? Probably not. So anyway, so I just grabbed whatever I had in the toolbox and went with it. So let's talk a little bit about the savings piece. So the savings rate, that one's kind of the hard one for a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people are not a natural saver. I'm not. I'm a natural spender. Maybe that's why I feel like most people are not a natural saver. But your savings rate is really, really important. That's something that'll really help you out over time. And just to give you kind of an idea, so I mean, they have the phrase of a dollar saved is a dollar earned, but it's really more than that, because if you save for $1, or if you earn $1, well, you actually really had to earn, depending on your tax rate, that's the really equivalent to earning roughly a buck and a quarter, roughly. So if you save that dollar, you're really saving more like $1.25. So you're actually saving a lot more. And then if you take that and in turn invest it, then it's worth even more. So really, your savings rate can become incredibly powerful. All right, the spending rate. This is the one that gets, this is what gets most of the attention. So people think, oh, well, I'm spending too much, whatever the case may be. And then we have that dreaded B word that gets thrown out. Like, nobody likes budget. Actually, I've heard quoted a couple times that a lot of millionaires don't actually use a budget. So that tells me they're really looking at either their savings rate or they're looking at what they're earning. So spending, that's kind of one of those that you really just got to look at and go, is this worth it? What am I getting for the money that I'm paying? Is it really giving me value? And I'd say 60%, 40 to 60% of my Amazon purchases probably not worth it. So I don't know. We'll see. I've got some good stuff, I guess. And then that brings me to the final piece, and this is the one I think that is most maybe most overlooked or forgotten about, and not seen as an investment. But that's your earnings. So over time, the amount of money you make should grow. If it doesn't, then that means you haven't grown. And for me, like my personal, I guess, mission statement, whatever, is perpetual improvement. So every year, everything that I do, like even if it's by 10 cents, I should make 10 cents more this year than last year. And if that's the case, then I win. So every year you should be making more than you did the last year. You should be in a better spot, better position to build wealth every single year. If not, you need to make some adjustments, and that's an opinion. But if you do that, even if it's by a little amount, you'll be in a better position than when you started. So if you take all of those and put them together, it gets you much closer to your financial goals. So I hope this has been helpful, giving you a little bit of something to think about. And I know I didn't give you a whole lot of tactical kind of action items, but definitely something to think about. Something that's been on my mind and I wanted to kind of talk about. It's been a while since I got a video out, so I just wanted to get something out there and kind of talk to everybody and see where everybody's at. So please shoot me your comments, thoughts, questions, and we'll talk to you next time. Until then, just get started.